Living Local presents Biz Buzz 413.
Welcome back. It is our final interview live at the 413 Entrepreneur Spotlight with Biz Buzz 413. I am your host, Jill Munson. In case you're not familiar with what 413 Entrepreneur Spotlight is, each month we get together. Thank you to Common Capital who made it possible, along with Living Local 413. And we have a different sort of theme. This month, awesome theme, and obviously you've already missed it, so boo on you, but it was Center for Women in Enterprise for Women's History Month. But next month, we are heading west. We're going to the Berkshires. We're partnering with One Berkshire in April, and we definitely invite you to come out. Make sure you register because these sell out. And I think this one, because it's our first time in the Berkshires, is going to be jam-packed. So get on the website, livinglocal413.org, and sign up. I'll try to remember to put the link in. But what I decided to do this month was try to talk to all women, or those who identify as, because I'm trying to be very gender affirming. And I thought it was just going to be business owners, but then I had a nonprofit executive director, female, who's also sort of a business owner, if you think about it. But I have a friend right now, a newer friend, because we're in a cohort together. We're doing Leadership Institute, which is part of the Springfield Chamber, and it's been awesome getting to learn alongside of her. I think we're the only two actual real like small businesses in the room, so it's a unique perspective. We always look at each other like, huh? I've got Jessika Rozki, owner and CEO of Rozki Rozki Rides. I'm so sorry, I didn't write that down, and my brain just went old lady fart. Rozki. Oh, and are you ringing? Well, we're doing great together. Rozki Rides, owner and CEO, and you are not just a woman-owned business, but you're all the things. I think if you and I got together, we would check all the boxes, right? Because you're women-owned and minority-owned.
Yes, I am.
And I'm LGBT-owned.
You're all of it.
I'm not minority-owned, so we need to team up. No.
Hey, whatever we need to do to get the help we need.
All right. Well, tell me about that, because that's a big thing I talk about with people. Is like, there's so many things, right? There's all these certifications, and some of them, it's hard. It's a lot of paperwork, a lot of things, right? There's a lot of organizations, things you can do, but no matter what, there's still only 24 hours in the day. So why did you choose to do women's certification and minority-owned certification? What benefit was that to you as a business owner? Can you tell us?
Well, there's a lot that really goes into it. When I first started my business, I didn't know about the certifications, but eventually the more I looked for information, the more I started hearing about it and the benefits that come right after. So I started researching it. I got some help that I needed, and till now, it has been amazing because it has helped me with contracts
Okay.
within our city. It has helped me to get into other rooms that I was normally not in.
Yeah.
But it has really, really helped along the way.
You've been a real, I hope this isn't a nice thing to say because I mean it that way, like a real poster child for doing it right. And I say that because I respect you, and I didn't know you for a long time until I knew of you, but we sat down in this cohort together, and I'm so grateful to be alongside of you because I really do. I look at what you've accomplished and the stories I've heard you tell, and it's really impressive. Tell the listeners, how and why did you decide to do this industry, like to get into this? Because this is not an easy gig you chose.
It is not. It is not. But I think when you're passionate about something, it comes just naturally after a while. So I actually became a school bus driver when I was in my younger days. I had 2 children at that time, and I needed to get a job that will help me to take care of my kids and at the same time support my home. And my sister was actually a bus driver before me, and she suggested it. She was like, hey, you should come along. And I'm like, there's no way that I could do this. I'm going to leave the tail end of the bus stuck somewhere, And she was like,
because in case you don't know, Jessica's a tiny human. She's not like, I always think of a bus driver has to be really tall. It's a big operating thing. And you're not a tall person. I love you, but you're tiny. So you did bus driver first.
Yes, I did it for 13 years before I actually decided to. Because I didn't even plan it. To be honest, I did not plan to become a business owner. It just came with faith and, having my 4th child, which was
4?
Yeah.
Bless you.
Yes, I am very blessed. My kids are everything.
And they succession planning too.
Yes. Oh my God. Yes. And I've been very blessed. And with my little girl, it was kind of a little bit different, right? Because I was the girl. I wanted to make sure I was 100% there. My mom couldn't help me as she used to when I was, when I had my other kids.
Okay.
So this time around, I actually wanted to do something because in the job that I had, they unfortunately didn't allow me to take her along with me.
Uh,
So I had to figure out to do the two things that I most love, which is student transportation and being a mom.
Well, something you mentioned that I want to touch upon is, and I believe that this is accurate. I saw that you're hiring, that you're always hiring for drivers and that you also do training for drivers. So
Yes.
tell me a little bit about that because if somebody is listening or they know someone, maybe it's their sister, right, that's looking for an opportunity. Tell me like what is a job like being a driver like? And will if somebody comes in and has no experience and but is interested in getting trained, will you be able to bring them through that?
Well, being a bus driver, I think is the most phenomenal job ever. A lot of people are scared of it. Me, I love it. I honestly, when I tell you, like, I love what I do, I love what I do. I think it's just a simple thing of even just saying good morning to the kids and
Yeah.
they just smile at you. Those little things fill my heart, right?
Mhm.
And the fact that I could also bring my little girl with me along the ride,
Mhm.
and she loves it as well. So, me as a transportation provider, and being in the school bus industry, it is very challenging to find drivers.
Okay.
Not just any driver though, because you got to make sure you get quality drivers,
I was gonna
right?
say, because you're no joke. You're
Yeah.
not just looking for some bum who wants to
Now,
wear their pants down around their knees,
now,
like, be a bonehead. You
mm,
want the real
yes,
yeah.
we go all in when it comes down to training them correctly, making sure their documents are up to date.
Mhm.
We do a lot of background check, a lot of training that
Yeah.
goes into depths of it. And the good thing is we actually just opened a sister company called North Star CDL training. So we could be able to provide not just for ourselves, but to be able to help other small businesses in their community to be
Yeah.
able to help them with trainings for their drivers, not just the CDL, but also the pupil transportation
Okay.
aspect of it. So it's a lot of great things that are happening at
Okay.
Rozki Rides, and we're expanding. You're actually the first one that actually gets to get this news.
So I feel so
Yeah,
better.
so we are very eager and very happy to be able to help out in any way possible to make sure that other transportation companies are also doing what they have to do in order to.
Honest to God, Jessica, it's like, and I don't have children. I have nephews, but I have a lot of friends who have kids who I love dearly, and I can't imagine having somebody who's not at the quality and level that you expect because these are like so my wife drives for FedEx and she delivers packages. And
Hmm.
so like yes, it's important. You
Mhm.
want packages to get there on time. It's people's medicine, it's people's, paychecks, but you are delivering human lives.
Yeah.
And there's a different level there. And it's hard work. Jen is my wife is a defensive driving instructor. So
Mm.
part of what she does is teach drivers how to drive and drive these big
Yes.
trucks. And there's a lot of skill that goes into it, but it is a learnable skill. So
Yes.
if you're listening or a friend's listening, if you pass this to a friend and you know somebody who's like really caring, I think that's the part because you can't teach that part. You can
Yes.
teach them how to drive,
Yes.
you know?
Yes, that is correct. That's why I think I always say, like, I'm very blessed with the team that I have built
Oh,
over the years. I have amazing drivers. They love what they do. They understand. To me, they have to understand a child, right?
mm,
Because to me, it's not just a paycheck. You're not coming here
yeah,
just to get a paycheck. You also have a lot of precious cargo
yeah.
that you're taking so much care for, and we want to make sure that your personality fits the kids
Well, like you said,
as
like
well.
the idea of like, I know primarily Holyoke and Springfield, and these are cities that have some tough circumstances for some of these kids, right? And so when you say, I talk with Head Start, let's say, and I'm like, when they serve breakfast or lunch, I'm like, sometimes that's the only meal this kid will get, right? And so I think for you, it's like sometimes that smile, sometimes that like, hey Johnny, how'd the test go, right? That might be all that child gets because they might not have that same opportunity at home that your children are blessed with or that I was blessed with. So your drivers in a lot of regards could hold a very big responsibility in their life beyond just getting
Yes.
them from point A to point B.
Yes, that is correct. We're actually not just in those two cities, we're actually in other locations as well. We actually are in the Berkshires.
I didn't okay, I knew you were
Yes,
I thought I knew you were beyond Holyoke and Springfield, like but
yes.
I didn't realize you were all the way out in the Berkshires.
Yeah,
That's
we
amazing.
do the Berkshires, we do Springfield, we do Ludlow,
Pretty
and
clever.
we're also in Chicopee.
And now you got a second division.
Yes,
Do you
yes.
sleep?
I try to. I try to, but I just I just feel like the more you love what you do and you keep building people, to come along the way, it just makes it all worth it.
Well, I've just been cued from Roberto at Common Capital that I'm too loud. You're not too loud. I'm too loud. He literally gave me the look, and I'm like, I'm trying to do a podcast here. I can't not be loud. But on that, I want to ask you one final question, which happened to be about Common Capital, because I know you worked with them and they've been
Yes.
gracious enough to partner with Living Local and do this series every month. And a lot of people don't get why Common Capital exists and how important it is. Can you just tell people what the experience was like for you and why you find it valuable? So if they are interested, they can reach out.
Oh, Common Capital truly, truly changed the dynamic of Rozki Rides.
Really?
Yes, it was the first people that I actually reached out to for a loan, which to be honest, I was extremely scared at the beginning. But they helped all around. They helped to be able to be very strategic, strategic planning. They helped coach me through it all. They helped me to understand everything.
Right.
And it has been, I would say, like a very successful story because of them. They actually believe in the vision more than I did at that time because I was so scared, but they were actually they saw the vision and they understood the vision and they were willing to invest it all in Jessica. And here we are. We started with just one big brand new school bus that they helped us with.
Okay.
And now we have a fleet of 7 brand new big size school buses.
Girl.
So yes.
Wow. High five to you. I am so happy for you. Before I get in trouble for being too loud, because the panel has started, I'm going to let you go. But I want you to know sincerely and truly, I'm so grateful that the Leadership Institute brought us together and that I got to talk to you tonight. So thank you for representing all the things, the minority status, but also today during Women's History Month for being just an awesome rock star woman.
Well, thank you for the last minute question. You really took me off guard, and I'm very blessed to be here.
That's why I did it. This is Biz Buzz 413. I'm Jill Munson. We'll be back again live next month. In the meantime, you can listen to us each week as we drop new episodes. Have a great night, everybody.